Good morning from Growing Monarch Homestead. Yes, we are still here. It's been very, very hot few weeks here. Lots of heat index warnings, temperatures over in the hundreds. It's hard to do everything you have to do in the heat. So get you up to speed on what's been going on. We've been, like I said, struggling with the heat, and the biggest problem with that is when you have baby animals. So with baby animals, you start out with poultry at 95 degrees. Now, the first big step, of course, is getting them to your property alive through the mail, because they're traveling in temperatures in a box longer than they maybe should be. So you already saw the videos of the turkeys, I'm sure. Those were the last babies that we received. We have not lost any since, thank goodness. But we could have, because the brooder barn, the shed that we have, even with my 2 fans leaving the door open, reached a temperature of 106. Now, I got them out of there before it got to 106. It got to 103, and that was it. And then my only choice at the time, because there were no tractors available in a location that I could get them to by myself. So they ended up in a pet crate in the house. They adjusted okay to the 78-degree temperature in my house. They were not in there for more than a few hours. When Carrie got home, we managed to get the chickshaw, that mobile brooder coop that we usually put Cornish crosses in. We managed to get that so that I could put them in there. We had them out on grass near the chickens, and they adjusted well and had no problems. The overnight temperatures did not drop below 65, so that was a great situation. So anyway, right now there is Admiral perched on that coop. Now check out this angle, right? Let me stand here. I'm trying to make use of all shade because of all the heat and all the panting. So no lie, yeah, that's the hill. But this is shade. This is where the shade is. This whole area was cleared. This is all cleared. So all the trees are along the back. Yeah, part of my, I'm like, we should just run these chickens in the woods. Well, then you increase your predator pressure. Then you can't use a solar energizer. I've only got 3.1 on that solar energizer right now. Now I do have it clipped to the, just the fence. It ended up coming together way over there. And that's just the way it happened. I'm going to set you down so I can give them some food scraps. They brought home some squash that was picked late, and it's got mushy, and there's green, and yeah. So chickens have at it. The babies try to get their fair share, but you know, big ones are idiots. Especially Admiral. The rooster, he's a real pain in the butt. Did it go through the fence? Probably. So, the babies are doing well. They've survived being, you know, accosted, and I try to hide them some water and make sure they have feed. They're finally on the same feed. I got that all combined. And we got the Siskovich over here now, which is the normal structure we use for turkeys, because it's just higher, and once they get bigger, when they need to nest, when they get bigger, there's more room for them height-wise, which is better. So they're over there, and I have started soaking my feed to save on feed costs because holy moly. The freezer's getting emptier and emptier. Prices are going up. My garden is severe bust. I haven't gotten anything out of it that I could eat right now at all. Nothing. I got my soil test back and I know my potassium's low. Anyway, so, you know, but the first year I was, it was a bust over at our other property. So hopefully I'll be able to build up the soil with all these animals. I do not have any cows. We will not have cows. I don't know when we will get cows. I just, until this world, I don't know. Day by day. So yeah, that's going to be a real pain to haul up that hill. But that's what's going on. This is where the shade is. And next week, the Cornish crosses show up. Hopefully they'll all show up alive because I only have like 4 chickens in my freezer and that's it. So, and of course these are a long grow out here. They're not going to be going in the freezer for quite some time. So, I am out this morning to continue getting my feed buckets together to soak all my feed. And I've taken an inventory of my feed to see what I have. And I am actually going to try and skip the month of July in feed costs. We'll see how that goes. Sheep cubbing, not this weekend, but next weekend. Here's the garden. There's a few plants that are flowering. Okra is like really slow to do anything. And yes, I am watering. There's some down there that are getting bigger, but those do come in a lot later than the rest. So we shall see. I moved my herbs down here off the deck. It was just too hot. I need to pull that dill out of there and dry that out. I did do a round of dehydrated basil, which smelled glorious. I cut some more suckers off of these tomato plants along the side, and I managed to kind of persuade them back so that I could strap them out so they wouldn't fall over. I actually think maybe in one of these rows I might be seeing asparagus popping up. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know I need to do weeding, but it's actually been the last thing on my list because it is just so hot. I really do need to get to weed, but even my lettuce, it got to a point it grew and then it just stopped. And now it's turning yellow. So, that's a real bummer. So I have my 2 water sources back here and I need water for my feed that I'm going to soak. So I'm going to go around back to the front and I'm going to show you something. And I don't know if I showed you this before. This is the side of our house. Obviously that's the gas. So there is poison ivy in this like crazy and it's spreading out into here. And my husband has a horrible reaction to it. I mean, he has broke out like really bad. What to do. Yes, we're getting sheep. No, we're not getting goats. But the gas line is right there. I mean, yes, I could corral an animal that is not going to dig up bad or maybe mess with the gas line. But if y'all have a solution to this, I'd appreciate the input, because this, when we first got here, this was all growing up on the side of the house. So this has got to be handled, and I just don't know what to do. Mainly because of that gas line. So, appreciate your input. There's Smokey out there, laying in the road. He just had his breakfast. But lots of tomato plants that are, you know, growing really well. It's just they're not, these haven't flowered at all. I have 2 up here and I have 2 in the back. I did, like I said, I did around the basil. That's time. probably get in there and pull some of that out and dry some of that. But I'm also trying to make rabbit jerky, but it needs to be sliced thin. And apparently slicing thin is something I do well on my hands, but not neat. So let's go for a ride, shall we? Because I have my noisy tractor all set up with a bag of pig feed, a bag of turkey feed. I have a bucket of, do I have in here? That's some pig feed. So I already have one bucket down there. I don't want to get more than 2 buckets down there. This one's empty and this one's empty. I hear you, kitty. So I already have soaking buckets down for the layers and for the turkeys, but one's a little more watery, so I'm taking the turkey feed down there, and I'm going to probably stow that where the chickens are. Yes, 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 what's up? Camera shy. He's going to go run when I fire the sucker up. All right, let's go for a ride. Make sure I put my hedge on. Yep. I hope the neighbors aren't too upset with me. It's after 7. We're out in the country. They shouldn't be giving me no guff about firing up this noisy thing. When I say noisy, I mean noisy. Hang on, y'all. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Too much Harry Potter. Uh-oh. This is going to be the challenge for the day. So better than have the clutch in for now. Well, it looks like somebody is not going to do what she thought she was going to do. Or if she does it, she's going to have to do it by hand. Or with the good old-fashioned Gorilla cart, which always runs me over. Ran just fine yesterday. Give it a minute. No, it's not the battery. Told you it was noisy. All right, so all right, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. Yes, I use my arm. Can't fault her for that, right? All right, so I've got a full thing of pig feed here. I've got a bucket and a half of water. More feed there. Come on. Hopefully this won't get too wet. And hopefully this will start back up again, because I'm going to head over to the turkeys and fix that. And then we'll go down to see the pigs. Parking brake does not work. Turn my wheels and pray that you don't end up in the woods. Okay. All right, so let's see. Yep, that's a chicken. There's a piece of chicken. So I don't know if you heard me, but these are the slate gray, not the broad-breasted white like we had last year. And the year before that. Hey, turkey, bye-bye. All right. Next stop, pigs. Well, nearly jackknifed. It kept rolling backwards, so there you go. All right. But we made it. That's good. This one. This is the one I want. Carrie got in here and weed whacked quite a bit. And we did add a couple of step-in posts, which weren't as durable as advertised. Is any plastic really durable? But at least we covered the spot that the pig pretty sure got out from underneath there. I'm just going to take this bucket down there and fill it up, because I know they'll eat it. We'd originally bought pellets because these pigs were kind of a bonus. We didn't I mean, we planned it, but we didn't plan it at that time. Let's put it that way. So. Hey, piggy piggies, where'd you go? Where's my sweet piggies? Piggies. They're so good at hiding. Piggies. Big, 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 big. I saw him a little while ago. Praise the Lord Jesus. Oh, there we go. There's one. Pig, big, 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 big. There's the little one. Oh, there's the little one. Okay, pig pigs. See, there's pellets in here. They don't care for it. And we just filled up the water last night. Or was it night before last? I don't know. Get your feet out of the sun. Here they come. There's a little pig and a big pig. Believe it or not, the big pig gets bullied by the little, oops, by the little pig. Because he's get busy and eat it. Okay. Hey there, don't be so skittish. Little pig will let me scratch her. Big pig gets a little more. Big pig's a little more grumpy. You guys making mud. You're making a mud bog over there. Yes, you are. Why don't you come over here and eat out of this one? How come they ain't got no sense? But yes, this paddock is, let's see, we got them a week ago Sunday, so it's going to be 2 weeks in this paddock, which is probably too long, but they are small and they weren't really doing a lot at first, so priority for the upcoming week. And thank goodness for a long weekend, but you know, with the lambs coming on Saturday of next week, that'll be the beginning. So we will have the morning Saturday for any last minute anything that has to do with the sheep. Sheep shaw is up and running, ready to go. The gates, however, are not up. Now we are going to use electric fence, but we want that. That's why we did this perimeter fence over here, is so that you'd have that extra safety guard, that if something went awry, I'm not out here by myself trying to wrangle a sheep or a sheep. So the gate up the hill at the cutoff for the electric fence needs to be resituated because it has a big gap in the bottom and isn't coming together the side because of a big drop in the grade. So I think we're going to flip it around to where the drop, before the drop happens. I don't know why I didn't see that when we were putting it up, but I just didn't see it. Sometimes you got to step back and think. The post is in the ground but not concreted up the hill for the larger gate, so we need to get that hung. I think tomorrow morning we're planning on getting lawnmower parts in Jackson, which takes a lot of the day, but Lowe's is open at 6 a.m. I guess, so I guess we'll be heading out super early after we get the chores done to get that taken care of so we can hightail it back here and get these gates up. On top of that, this weekend we have to get our circulation system installed. We did get the parts in the shed to be able to pull heat out of the shed so that we can at least get a week, if not two, of brooder time for the CCs, which will be coming late in the week next week. So that kind of takes priority over the gates for the sheep. But pile on top of that, in this very short weekend, we also need to get some stakes in the ground and pull this wire for an additional paddock to get them moved and get them off of this paddock. So fortunately, we already have the wire down here. We have all the stakes we need. We have all the wire. We have all the connectors. We have everything we need. We just need time. The time to come out here and do it. So, and the heat is just hard. Back in the woods, it's really great. So that'll kind of probably be prioritized to middle of the day when it's on the hot side, because working back in the woods when it's hot it's not hot, so that's probably what we will be doing for this upcoming weekend. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all these the pig feed set up and soaked and get that dropped off so I can go back in and look at the budget, because I have my list of feed and I think we'll be okay. Sometimes it's all about monitoring how they're eating, I mean, you can't plan it, with the heat sometimes it changes how much they eat, and you just don't know. This is a new breed for us. So yeah, that was fun. Not really. I got my leg tangled in the wire. I'd rather have a cup of coffee than that to wake me up. Anyway, lesson 1. Don't try to step over a fence in Crocs with a heavy bucket of water in your hands that you have to hold with 2 hands when you have an ears. Done dead. But I'm fine. I screamed, but I don't think anybody's going to come running for me. Not out here. Kind of scary. Anyway, back up the hill I go.